Hello. I've seen lately a lot of videos about people complaining or about losing their drones, Avata or Neo, which is in FPV, losing it and saying that it was a drone failure. Well, recently I almost lost my drone, and I want to share my experience. And I think I've seen there is a lot of similar cases, which involves two things: a breach or something blocking the satellite, and water and low light. So that's a very bad combination. As you can see, I tried to enter that tunnel, which is not even a breach; it's a tunnel. It's like more than 100 meters, and well, I think it's pretty common sense. But as you can see, many people like myself don't have so much common sense. So I entered that place, and I didn't pay attention to the satellites, which dropped very quickly to zero. So at that moment, even if I had in manual mode, I wasn't. I was flying with only the sensors because there was zero satellites. So as I went more deeper, it started hitting low light, as you can see in the warning low light. So that makes the sensors fail. So at some point, I had sensor failing and satellite failing. So it turned red. So automatically it went to a manual mode. So luckily I know how to deal with manual. So I tried to keep it afloat, and I did it, and I barely succeed. I mean, I think I was lucky to not having it drop to the water, and also I don't know why the system did it automatically, because in some videos that I've seen, the system don't. As you can see, as soon as I went out, automatically it went back to normal. But in that case, I mean, if that happens and if it doesn't goes to manual automatically, change to sports or to manual and try to save the drone, because it will not, without satellite, totally blind, it will not help at all to avoid anything. So it's basically not really a failure of the drone, it's a failure of the pilot. So I'm just making this video to give you a heads up to not make that mistake, which again is pretty basic, pretty common sense, but we don't have very much common sense, right? So luckily I saved my drone, and it was a happy ending, and I hope you can learn from this if you get into that situation. I went into some other breaches, but when I was it was enough light, so the sensor was working, so I didn't mind too much. Also it was fast. I don't think I lose too many satellites. But entering a tunnel or entering slowly in dark, it's a no-no. So I hope you can help yourself with this information, and happy flying.